We are live. Yes, we are. Let me turn the music off. Okay. Hello, everybody. I am so excited that you guys are tuned in today with us for our 10th annual keynote address, keynote speaking event, where we host it every year online. On this day, 10 years ago, we launched a company that was called the Way Communications Streaming Network. That network started in in my mom's room. Well, we were borrowing a room from my mom, and it started in a corner at a desk where we started streaming to the world. The first show that ever went out, that went broadcasted, was called the Sir Hell Speaks show. I mean, not the Sir Hell Speaks show. It was called Talks with Ernest or something like that. But it was my husband's show, and we broadcasted every about I believe it was every Monday at 7 p.m. And he does what he currently does now: talk about relationships. That we would play some music from independent artists, and our network continued to grow from there, expanding to other creators who began to put their content on the internet at a time when it really wasn't popular. It was kind of new, of course, until 2020 came, when the expansion of live streaming services, podcasts, etc., went through the roof. But I'm so excited that, number one, we have been on this journey for the last 10 years, and we have seen some amazing advancement in technology and allowing everybody an equal playing field to actually get into the entertainment, not only just entertainment, information, and podcasting field. So thank to each and every one of you who have been with us this whole 10 years, who have watched our growth, who have supported our networks, who have bought digital subscription services from us, whether you use them for your ministries, your businesses, your boutiques, etc. We see Way Network has really been expanding all across this good, wholesome country. And to start off again, please let me know exactly where you are watching from. I am in the headquarters here in Hickory Creek, Texas, and let us know where you are watching from. Lane says, "Congratulations, thank you, Miss Lane, for tuning in to it with us this morning." All right, so we're gonna get started there. And first, I'm gonna start off with giving honor and just acknowledging our trusted network partners. I'm gonna start with the network owners, and from there we're gonna go through the little slideshow, and then I'm gonna come back and kind of give you kind of the forecasting of where we are headed at as a network. And I also am going to do a couple of giveaways. So stay online. This might just be your blessing. All right. So we start off with our trusted network owners. Of course, you have myself. My name is Crystal Hale. I am the founder of the Way Communications Network. Many people always ask me, what does Way Network stand for? When I was younger, when I say younger, I was like in my 20s. I had a ministry called Guiding the Way Evangelistical Association, and I always wanted to continue to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. I still wanted to, you know, just go out and preach. But of course, becoming a mom, becoming a wife, becoming a mom, that's kind of a little, you got to stay home with your kids. But I always wanted a way to still evangelize. And in 2011, sorry, 2013, early 2013, I had just started back school for digital cinematography, and the opportunity came from one of our professors, and they was like, "Have you ever considered like doing your own radio like that?" And I was like, my husband wanted to do radio, and then I'll talk to him about it and ask him, did he want to show? And then it's like, well, why don't you first just try get your feet wet, try with this company. And that company was called Radionomy, and they were at all the college campuses here in the United States, because remind you, they were located in France, so they were like 7 hours away from us. Okay. And they were like, yeah, you can start for free, this, that, and the third. And as you grow in scale, of course, you have to pay, because you have to pay for resources and stuff like that. But it wasn't like a lot of money. So long story short, the Way Communications Network was born. Then we began to have people to ask us, hey, how can I get my own station? And I was like, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, you can buy a slot with us. Like, here, you can pay $30 and 7 o'clock is your hour. And that's how we started getting independent shows. We would give them a code where they could dial in and they could broadcast their shows. This was the time when Blog Talk Radio was hot. Everybody had a Blog Talk Radio. And we continue to actually develop the company where not only did we have it where, okay, you can have your own show, but what about if you had your own network? What if you had your own set of audience, right? Because the one of the things that we were running into is that sometimes some of our users might not have reflected the overall views of the Way Communications Network. And I'm like, and I'm getting emails saying, well, they're talking about this, but you stand for this. And so I was like, something had to be done where people can still have the freedom to communicate their message to the world, what they wanted to say, and everything, but on their own platforms with no type of limitations. So I didn't want to put limitations on anyone, and thus the Way Communications Network was born. We invested into our own services, and I'm telling you, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy. That first year, we broke even every month. Literally, we just broke even every month, and it wasn't honestly until about maybe year 3 or 4 that when the silent investor was like, look, this has to make money or you're going to have to cut it. And we made money. So that was pretty good. Um, so as we continue, I'm going to show you our network partner. Our second one I want to give honor to is Ernest Hale. He is our silent partner. He is an investor, a strategist, cloud development, infrastructure development, and also the founding creator. Sir Hale was one of our first shows on the Way Communications Network Radio, where he had the Ernest Hale show, and he interviewed hundreds of people, and they talked about relationships and all types of things like that. So we thank you, Sir Hale, for continuing to support us as a network, also being the major investor of our network to make sure that we're going in the right direction, etc. We will really appreciate all that you do. Next, we have our network owner. Her name is Ellen Favors. Ellen Favors is the owner of Salt Network. There at Salt Network, they do internet radio, internet TV, podcast hosting, and also website hosting. Another member of our growing network, network owner. The owners that you are seeing today. These are the owners who have their own network, their own platform, everything. They have it, and we provide the infrastructure is on in the it's no sound. Okay. No sound, no sound. Let me know if you can hear me now. Okay. 1 second. Let's okay. Let me know if you can hear me now. Put a one. Okay. You can hear me now. You can hear me now. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sir Hell Speaks is in the building. Yes. Okay. There's sound now. Okay. So we just gonna go over this. Let's go back over so I can make sure that everyone Okay, I think we should be all good now, and our sound should be back on. Okay. All right. So the microphone went out, and okay, let's get back to it. So if you guys didn't hear at first, here you go. You have myself. My name is Crystal Hale. I'm the founder here at the Way Communication. Amazing. Thank y'all for being. We had technical difficulties, so I went and switched studios. And sometimes, like that in streaming, guess what happens? Um, you have unexpected things that that will happen while you're streaming, but that is so normal. So put a one in the chat if you can hear me, and we're just gonna start. We're gonna start all over right there. Okay, we got Royce Williams is in the house. DFW live. I see you. We have the Sir Hale Speaks podcast is in the building. We have Lady Nouveau. She is in the house. Lisa Banks, hello. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. We got Tamika Robinson, one of our streaming content creators on the Hostmasters thing. So I'm excited, y'all. So let's start this. Let's revamp this thing. Let's get started, suited and booted, and welcome to our annual 10-year summit where we are going to be giving my annual address, telling you what's going on with our network, what's going and the different technologies, the upgrades and all types of things that we have done. So as we first begin this, I want to begin with just the introduction of our network owners and trusted partners here at the Way Communications. Well, it's actually the host masters, my network. My name is Crystal Hale, and I have a network that is called Way Network. And like I told you before, Way Network was birthed out of evangelism. It was a place where you can talk the gospel about people, talk about real life with things with a biblical perspective. Because in the Bible it tells us to go out and minister to people and go in the highways and the byways and tell all men to come. It really was birthed out of that scripture, and that's really what the Way Communications Network kind of was birthed from. It was a form of evangelism, and of course we know that Satan is the prince of the air, and what better way to interfere with those airways with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Okay, so here I am. My name is Crystal Hale. I'm the owner and founder of the Way Network. I have internet radio, internet TV. I have podcast hosting, website hosting. I also do sales and marketing and audio visual productions. We also have one of the founding members, Sir Ernest Hale. He's the silent partner. He's an amazing investor strategist. He does cloud development, infrastructure development, and one of the founding creators of the Way Communications Network. His show was the first show that previewed on our network. Our network owners extends to Ellen Favors. Ellen Favors is the owner of Salt Network. There at Salt Network, they do internet radio, internet TV, podcast hosting, website hosting, and so much more. You've seen them on the red carpet at all types of awards, from Stella Awards, and you name it, they've been there. Stella Award nominated herself as internet gospel state, one of the nominated internet gospel stations of the year. You have Stephanie McDonald of the VSC Gospel Network. She is one of our owners over there in the East Coast that have so many stations, from Texas to New York to everywhere. She is absolutely amazing. So when we refer you guys to when I refer you guys to our network owners, it's not that I don't want your business, but our network owners have spent so many years investing in themselves, and they have a wonderful support that, of course, I send you guys to our network owners a lot. Okay. Along in our network, we have people who have podcasts, and these are the ones that were sent to me. So these are one I have. So if I don't put your podcast on there, do not send me an ugly email like, why you didn't mention my podcast? Okay. So of course, I'm a podcaster. I have Marketing with Chris podcast, and all of these podcasts that I'm showing right now, they're on my my Spotify. So if they're on my Spotify, I know that they're on every other platform. So Apple, Google, Stitcher, iHeart. All of our podcasting and our podcasters are compatible with any type of podcast aggregator. So if you would like to become a part of our family, reach out to us and we will definitely make that happen. You have the Sir Hell Speak podcast. You have the School of Thought with Dr. Kahana Josue. You also have the Host Masters podcast, where we talk about all things hosting. We have the MNJ and the MNJ podcast. We also have All Things Tough. So we're on this particular podcast is dedicated to crafts, testing, arts, fiber arts, things of that nature as well. As we continue recognizing our podcasters, we could not forget our main squeeze, which are our internet radio stations. These are internet radio stations that are currently active under the Hostmasters Way Communications Network. Okay, we have Good News with Lisa Barron out of Marshall. Oops, put this back on there. Good News with Lisa Barron. Wave 97.3 LA, Stephanie's Gospel Radio, one of our long-standing radio stations. I think they've been with us now about eight or 9 years, is Dome Radio. We have Soul World Radio, Soul Compass Soul Compass Radio, VSC Quartet Radio, VSC Gospel Radio. We have That's It Hip Hop, Gen Z Praise. This is our Hispanic channel. I'm trying to say it right, so y'all forgive me if I say it wrong. It's Fuego Fresca Radio. We have Salt Radio, Abundance of Life, RNG Birmingham, Love to Worship Radio, Ignite the Gospel Radio. We have the Jams Radio. We also have the stations who've converted from regular FM stations to internet streaming stations. 68.2 right now Gospel Radio, 62.8 FM right now Gospel Radio, BTM 97.1 FM, 970 FM right now Gospel Miami, right now Gospel 365 in New York, 101.1 FM Wave Atlanta Radio, Exodus Radio. Woo, we had a lot of streams active. Gospel Portion Radio, RNG 95.5 South Carolina, Grace Radio Stream, Indie Nation Radio, JNN It's a Rap Radio, J Legacy Stream, Enjoy Gospel Vibe or VYBE Radio, Rough Boys Radio, and we also have United Praise Radio, Wave 104 Nashville, JTP, WGVE Radio, Praise and More Radio, The Millionaires Club, Talk Central Radio, which is my radio station, which is formerly Way Network Radio, but on there we are constantly just talking about different stuff, and I need to update some programming on there. Not only that, our host masters, we have our TV. Okay, we're wrapping up the presentation. I promise you. The host masters TV is what we're going to really be focusing on in the fourth quarter. The host masters TV is a TV in a box stream where you get your free domain, your free website. All our TV streams are Roku compatible, Amazon TV compatible. There's RTMP access compatibility, and you also get a free Google app. Also for the Apple app, if you want to develop an Apple app, that's a whole different story, but we'll talk about that in more detail. That's a lot. that is a lot. And over these last 10 years, our roster continues to grow, and the gospel message is being spread, and also independent creators are able to spread their messages as well. Our TV division, which we are developing, includes some of the TV stations here: One Gen TV, Creative Business TV, M&J TV, Salt TV, and VSC TV. All of these TV stations are in our network. Majority of them are on Roku, so you can just put those names in your Roku channel and put the in and just check them out. Check out what's going on these television. There's so much inspiration and different things that is going on the and all of these are content creators creating their own content for your consumption and for you to use. So you'll be surprised what you find on there. And finally, we are remembering our host masters. Some of our host masters who have gone on to be with the Lord. It would be remiss of us not to mention them and their contribution to our network, their contribution to entertainment. Dr. Edwin Favors, may your soul rest in Jesus. He was one of the amazing network owner. Not only that, a lover of God. He loved his family. He's Ellen Favors' husband. Amen. And we just miss him. And we miss them, and we miss those sanctified Sundays, which you are still able to hear at 7:00 early in the morning at 7:00 on Sunday on Salt Network, and you're able to hear that sanctified Sunday. Remembering another host masters is Dr. Vanessa Jackson. the proud owner of the Millionaires Club Radio and the Millionaires Club podcast. You can continue to hear. We have everything just on replay there, but all of her podcasts, the radio interviews, all those things are still streaming in her honor. We totally missed these Hostmasters. Not only was they impactful in their communities and in the lives of others, but they were also impactful in my life personally. And yes, so as we went through our whole playlist thing, I'm just I'm just in awe. I'm just when I say in awe, I'm really in awe because who would have known that 10 years later we would still be inspiring people, still pushing people, still take having going to the next level with all of with all of the streaming. I never would thought in a million years that our brand and a dream, a vision would impact the lives of so many people. We get like emails all the time, emails from international users, in emails from local people saying how they were on maybe certain devices where our streams are, and somehow they came across a stream or something, and they would tell me how blessed that they were and how they hear the podcast and different things of that nature. And some people even just feature them. I never would have thought this, not in a million years at all. So I thank every creator who has made the Hostmasters the Hostmasters your primary, one of your sources of independent broadcasting. Okay. As before we come to a closing this, I'm so excited that to let y'all know that we have migrated from servers to the cloud. Okay. Sir Hale had been telling us for years to migrate to the cloud, and we have put all of our infrastructure on the cloud. So you don't have to, there are certain things we don't have to like necessarily worry about anymore because everything is in the cloud. So if a server go down or something like that, it's going to pop right back up, and you don't have any issues like that. Also with our TV is all cloud based. And before there was like the whole StreamYard and everything, we had what we call the one push, which we still do have one push in there. But however, with our internet TV, our internet TV streams 24 hours a day. You can program it just like a regular TV service, like a TV. You have things that show at different times, and you can program your content to serve at different times. Not only that, is we also have what we call RTMP access. So if you're using an encoder such as StreamYard, as y'all see, what's on here is also being streamed live right now to out to the majority of our Roku stations as well, because it allows RTMP access, which allows a content creator to send it to everywhere. So the same stream that you're seeing on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else that I'm streaming, Twitch, wherever else that I'm streaming to on the websites, everybody is seeing the same thing at the same time. Okay, everybody is seeing the same thing at the same time, and that is such a awesome, because people are accessing the information in different ways. I know that there are people say, well, what's the purpose of me having my own network, having my own this or that, my own? What's the purpose when Facebook, all these places, YouTube, let me do it for absolutely free? I tell you this all the time. You don't own your content. Once you own your content, can't nobody take that away from you. Once you own it, can nobody filter what you can say, what you can't say. Can't nobody tell you how to monetize or how you can't monetize your platform. Your platform is your own platform. Okay. Can't nobody tell you what to do on your stuff, right? And you always have a place where you have all your things. So if your account get terminated, you don't lose all those years and years and years of you putting different things onto it. Everything is an outlet, right? Everything is what we like to call a referral source. I look at Facebook as a referral source. I look at YouTube as a referral source. YouTube is what built the Way Communications Network over all these years. YouTube is what sent traffic to for our podcasters, and we have some podcasters who host with us, that I haven't even put on the screen, but YouTube has been a great referral source. So it's just a referral source to increase your business and your awareness in what you are doing. And the internet allows everyone an opportunity. It don't matter if you're using your cell phone or if you have a full production studio. As you see here, we have about 2 or 3 different studios here. And also I can plug up my good wholesome cell phone. And when I plug up that good wholesome cell phone, I can still bring you live content to all the social media all the social media platforms, and also our own independent platform as well. Okay, so I'm excited about us moving to the cloud. And this year, I know we used to have a group that was called the Way Communication, the Way Network Host Masters group, but I shut that group down. I shut that group down because I wanted to put everybody in a group together, because we're going to also be focusing. But now we've got our streams, we got that going. Now you have to start marketing our streams. Okay. We need to start marketing our streams. Not only that, we also need to start monetizing our stream. So we have a free group that's called the Creative Space Academy. In the Creative Space Academy, that is where I will teach you a lot of it's open to the public, but I will teach you a lot of techniques as well, and how to monetize your own platform as well. I will show you how to do it within platform and also outside of platform. And the great thing about the Host Masters, we do provide you with all of our services. All of our streaming services include like free WordPress hosting that's compatible like with WooCommerce, things of that nature, so you can monetize. Everything that we have is done in an absolute box just for you. Okay. And I really am so excited that we have all those things and those skills and the training that's going to be available to you as well. Okay. So as going forward, we're going to be focusing on television and podcasts. Okay. We're going to be really focused on television, and we're going to be focused on podcasting. There are a couple of giveaways that I'm going to give. And I said, let me go through real quick. If you are currently part of Way Network or VSC or Salt Radio, can you put in the comment me? I see one. Okay. I see one. But if you're a part of the VSC Gospel Network, Way Network, or Salt Network, you can put me in the comment section. If you're not a part of that and you says, I want to start my podcast, Lady Hale. I am interested. I really, 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 really want to start. I really want to start my podcast. Say me in the comment section. Okay. Or if it's not, then I ain't got no me's, then I ain't got no giveaways. So let's see. Did anybody show up? Let me see. Navoa. I'm so sorry. Did I say your name wrong, Lady Navoa? I am so sorry, love. Forgive me. Lady Navoa. She is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. Roy said, come on. Royce Williams said, come on, Jesus. Okay. So again, guys, I thank y'all so much for tuning in this year, and as well as we bring this year to a bring this year to a close, the cloud infrastructure is definitely the way to go because it's more affordable. It allows us to scale and offer up so much more. A lot of services that at one point was very expensive is going to be allotted to you guys. So for the current members of the Way Communications Network, SALT Network, and BSC Network, if you send an email to support at xchostmasters.com, that's support at xchostmasters.com, we're going to assign you a subdomain and you are going to be able to do a podcast if you totally feel like that. My gift to you after all these 10 years is for you to start your podcast, okay? And I'm talking about the podcast that goes on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. We're going to give you the infrastructure for absolutely free. 10 years for absolutely free. So be sure to claim that, and you need to claim your podcast. If you're a part of our network already, you need to claim your podcast by Friday, okay? So network owners, please let your network know as well if they are a part of your network and they want to claim their free podcast. They need to do it by Friday. If you do it after Friday and you say, Lady Hale, oh, I just watched it. You should have watched it on the anniversary. Okay. So it expires Friday. So everybody that gets in contact with me, who are currently a part of our network, that is my 10-year gift to you. Okay. Is that, and also, if you have been with the Way Communications Network for more than 5 years, I know who you are. Those who are my 5-year anniversary, the anniversary, send an email to support at um yeah to support at xchostmasters.com. That's support at xchostmasters.com. For all of you who have been with us for 5 years, we are going to give you the infrastructure for your own Roku television. Okay, your own Roku television for all my 5 years. And I know when I go through the list of those who have been with us for the last 5 years, let me see. Good News with Lisa, you're qualified. Dome Radio, you're qualified. Soul Compass, you are qualified. Gen Z, you are qualified. Uh, no, I don't think it's 5 years for them. I have to get with Stephanie on that one, because she knows those who's been there for 5 years or more. Some of these um are there are theirs as well. Okay, so I know for the fact the ones that I did call out, you are on your 5 years, and we're going to give you the that in that infrastructure. Okay, we're going to give you the infrastructure and what you need. So please send an email to support at xchostmasters.com. Now, for you who are not a part of our network and you say, I want to get in this network, I want the training, because we do provide a lot of exclusive training. I have dashboards that are actually set up for you that walks you through. Anybody all the way, I'm gonna give you till Friday to do that. Inbox me directly, okay? Because I can't put that on my website. And everybody been in rush to my website and everything. But directly, if you want to get into internet radio, I always advise you a lot of people say, well, do I need to get into internet radio? If you're going to do talk radio, you do not need a streaming license. But if you are going to be streaming music and things of that nature, you do need a streaming license for that. And our team can walk you through how to get that. But everybody, all the way, I'll give you all the way till Friday, who signs up. I'm going to give you a whole radio station with the infrastructure for $30 a month. Boom. Okay, $30 a month, but the offer does expire on on Friday. So please inbox me directly. Don't send that to support. You need to inbox me directly. If you say I want to get into television, well, I have an amazing thing for you. If you want to get started in television, again, we have the infrastructure, we have the training, etc., and all the way until Friday. If you would like to get in there, inbox me directly. Okay, please inbox me di- directly, but you can get your own television station, and we'll do a special for $75 a month. Okay, and it's going to be full infrastructure provided. So I am so excited about everything that's going on here at the host masters. And also too, if you, oh, I forgot, I did TV radio, but I forgot to mention podcasts. Okay, if you want your podcast and you want to distribute it every here, there, everywhere, and all that. The normal price for our podcasting is $65 a year. So for today, all the way till Friday, I'm gonna give you half off, and for a whole year, you're gonna get that. 30 bucks, 30 bucks. So inbox me directly. Okay, so you get podcast hosting 30 bucks a year. Normal price is $65, and that's gonna go on until Friday. After Friday, all the deals, all that stuff is back to normal price. Okay, back to normal pricing. Again, thank y'all so much for being with us. Thank you so much for being with us these last 10 years, and we look forward to streaming with you in the future. Until next year, we'll see you soon. And thank you for tuning in to the Hostmasters 10 years. God bless.